Already Tracy challenge the Financier allow and bottled up mandatory headshots and explosive revenge. It's bottled up, and that's kind of the main thing here because, well, it's gonna make trying to get Ryan without Ryan, well, running away a lot more difficult than it normally would be. So in other words, hopefully Ryan's in here, which it is. Now, unfortunately, there's explosive revenge, which makes that rather terrifying because if that... We're not doing this. Just, no, that's not how this works. We're gonna do that, and then we're just gonna bring you with me over here, which... might take a rather comically slow method, but we're just gonna move Ryan through here. So I'm just gonna get it open, and well, we're gonna have you over there, which... We're still shooting the flashbang, that's just kind of how this... That's just kind of how this works, except for whatever that was, which... is frankly insulting, but we're just gonna go over here, we're gonna get it started. And then we're gonna have Ryan show up over here. Hopefully rather soon, which... You know, I was rather expecting Cyber to just move Ryan in this case, but... It seems like that's not what we're trying to do here, so we're just going to do this slightly more awkward way of just moving him. And then hopefully not getting immediately shot, which is kind of our main goal here. So we're just going to leave it at that. We're going to go back through here. And then we're just going to meet all of the units that might want to just murder us, which are not units that we want to meet. So we're just going to, first of all, get sniped, because that's clearly what happens. Even though we've peeked for effectively 0 time at all. And then we're just going to take care of you over there. And then we're going to somehow stay alive. Clear the units over there. Heal up yet again because we're in a very, very bad state. Clear the units over there. Clear the units over there. Grab yet another medkit before trying to slowly clear what's happening over here. Now I see more units up there, so we're just going to not fight them right now because that's kind of not a wisest choice if we would actually try and fight them. But in the end, we still have to actually find you over there. But of course the units there are going to interfere with what we're trying to do here, which is to just not die. Because of course that one unit over there decides that they want to have some perfect marksmanship today, so... Hi there. That's actually a genuine surprise, and as for you over there, we're just going to take care of that. But unfortunately, we really might as well have just started the helicopter all the way from the start, which... In other words, we've lost all our progress, and that's not what we want, but we could always just start it over here. And hope for the best, because that's really all we can do. So we're just going to back off over here now. We're going to awkwardly organize the medkits. And now we're going to be on very, very much some rather questionable supplies for the remainder of this entire defending section, which... for these circumstances, are not really all that great. Now, provided that Cyber actually shoots all of the snipers, and because I'm no longer actually trying and get for what's happening over there, things should go better. It's just that things are not going all that well for a start, and we are very much not doing well in terms of sniper ammunition. Which we would ideally be doing a bit better on F57 ammunition, because we're actually doing quite well on sniper ammunition because, well, having 70 bullets is quite nice. It's just that it's not very, very effective for what we're trying to do over here, which is to just shoot 200 bullets, hope a few of them land, and then afterwards hope for the best, which is a perfectly valid strategy when we have practically 0 units to defend, but in this case we have a bit more than 0 units to defend. So we're just gonna, well, take care of that in a slightly more methodical manner, even though we could just hit all of our shots. Even though that was a terrible example, because we did just kind of miss almost all of our shots, and there's a sniper behind me, but we're just gonna ignore him because Cyber has indeed actually taken care of him. Sorry, what did I just witness? You did not just do a backflip over there, but we're just gonna not question whatever's going on over there. Clear what's happening over there, and then clear what's happening over there before realizing that we missed a shot over there, which is maybe not what we want, but we'll just clear what's happening over there before we heal up, intercept what's going on over here, realize that there's a sniper in front of us, have Cyber take care of that, and then clear what's going on over here, which... Thank you. Now we've got one more medkit left, but that's gonna do perfectly fine because we're gonna be getting out of here relatively soon, which is great and all, but that's brave. Right then, I suppose the sniper wants to go over there. We could very, very much welcome that. And then we could just awkwardly stay over here. And whilst we wait, I'll just bag Ryan up since Cyber's gonna be presumably watching the front. And then we'll just shoot the sniper over there. And then we'll shoot the sniper over there. Now the slightly comical thing here is, well, we have to grab the hard drive with us, even though the hard drive is quite literally on the escape, and things did not quite go well on the escape. But regardless, that's the daily challenge in just under 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Cheers everyone, have a great time!